Hi, everybody. This is your host, Chesley Daywalker, and we're here in No Man's Sky today. And I'm really excited to show you this tour. As you know, I'm a builder at heart and I love building. So that's what I've been doing a lot of besides all the ship collecting in No Man's Sky recently. So I wanted to show it to you so you could kind of get a tour of some of the bases that I've created. I was actually going through hopping from galaxy to galaxy because I wanted to get all the way to the 10th galaxy, Asymptom. And so as I was going, I was building houses or bases basically at the portals of each of those galaxies so that I could continue my hop. So that's what I'm going to show you today. 10 galaxies and 12 houses that were built along the way. So without further ado, let's get into it. Our tour is going to start here. This is actually my Paradise Island. It was probably the third or fourth build that I did on the Euclid Galaxy, the very first galaxy where you land. But I liked it a lot, and this kind of became my home portal hub, my home hub for the game so far until I built the one in Essentam, which we'll get there in 10 Galaxies. So let's take a look at this one. This is on a fairly temperate planet. If you look at the planet information, it's got balmy weather, low sentinel security, lots of good stuff here. I will also include the glyph on how to get here. Um, I have a couple of landing pads out here and then lots of creatures running around. Let's go to the actual house. So as you come inside, we've got some seating, a little bar area. Here to the right, we have the workers, I guess you would call them, the people that you hire to come in, the farmer, the overseer, the scientist, the weapons technology specialist, and then the ecocraft technology specialist. So they're like here in this little work area, and so that kind of extends down to here. And then over here we've got the dining area and the living area. Back on this corner back here we have some of the horticultural stations and kind of some seating around that. And then we'll go outside and take a look at the front porch. So this extends out along the whole front of the building. And what a view, right? Okay, hang on, I gotta show you this though. From out here, you can take a look at this. Go into build mode actually, and this is how I'm actually moving around outside of my body. So you can kind of see the place a little bit here in build mode. I wanted it to look kind of castle-y, and so I used the archways and then the towers on the two ends of the building. All right, let's go ahead and get out of build mode. And we're going to go over here. And this was kind of an afterthought. I needed to put more storage in. When I first had storage, I only had a few, 2 or 3 of them. But then when you get all of them, they take up a lot of space. So I added this room. That's pretty much just the storage room. So and then this is probably my favorite part. Well, let's look at this first. This is the bedroom. So we have seating area and then the bed here in this corner. Just kind of simple. Now on to my favorite part. This is the outside deck, obviously, but it leads down to the private pool. And inside the pool, I've got my little Nautica So, and we carved a path all the way out to through the cave system out to the big part of the lake. So that was quite a chore, but it was fun to do, and I wanted to have some way to easily take Nautica out since this was kind of like a enclosed little cave area here. Oh, I could have drilled through the wall and just taken it out directly, but the route along the little cave was kind of fun. So this is again the Euclid, and it is I call it Paradise Island. It was the current home while I was going through all the galaxy hopping. But this is my build for this one. And trust me, I think they get better and better. So let's move on to number 2 here in the Euclid Galaxy. One of my favorites, the party at the lake. Shall we go? And welcome to the party on the lake. This is in the galaxy Euclid still, in the first galaxy. Oh my, yes, just hit the left mouse click. And we are here at the lake location. I just loved this location, this planet. It had the blue water, the green. It was kind of Earth-like, except for the little floating bubbles. But I really liked it. I thought this planet was really pretty. So we have 3 landing bays, 1, 2, and 3 with my rabbit chaser on it. So let's go check this out. I put myself in first person mode so I thought maybe it would be easier for you guys to see everything without my bod being in the way. So here's the entrance, got the teleporter over there. So come in here and you've got the bar and eating area. So after a long trip, of course, you want a drink and something good to eat. So sit with your friends and have a spell. Yep. And if you want, you can even take your refreshments outside onto the deck. Enjoy the fresh air and the view while you're settling in. And then once you have had your refreshments, or even if you still want to be eating them, you can come down this way, past the dual indoor terrariums, into the grand living area, which this is party central. Plenty of room for dancing, and got room for a couple of different sitting areas here by the fireplaces. As you can see, they're already enjoying their drinks here in this location. There is a little front deck out here for a little small intimate party. You can imagine that that's a hot tub, even though it really isn't. That would be nice. They don't have those in this game. So come back in here, and then when you want to, you're getting hot and it's time to refresh yourself in the afternoon, you can come down here for a little swim in this beautiful blue water. Come right off the swim deck. Go swimming. Chill out on that deck. It is kind of submerged in water. You can kind of see the water kind of floating over it. It's kind of neat effect. So, and then you can come in and grab some more food or another drink and just kind of hang out. So this is the party on the lake. Let's go out and take a look at it from a builder perspective. Go up here, do this mode so we can get a kind of big picture. You can see there's 2 roof sections here between the dining and the living sections, and then the terrarium areas here with the walkway over the top, and then the decks there, and gorgeous surrounding lakes. So that is the party on the lake. We're going to be going to our second galaxy in the list, so I will see you in Hilbert. Hello, welcome back. This is Hilbert Dimension Galaxy, and we're going to turn this one at night because I just think it's so pretty. Look at this. This is the view off of my launching pad here. Yeah, planet circle and the other planet in the distance. How pretty. Anyways, this is Hilbert Dimension, and this is my build for here. It is a smaller build. I was in the first couple of galaxies, I was really just kind of trying to get something up that looked decent, that wasn't just a dome with the teleport inside, so that it looked, nice to be able to come to from a portal perspective. And so this one just has one landing bay and a small house. I did use the metal um, materials for this. So you've got a little bit of a porch here. And then when you come inside, it's just one big room. You've got kind of a work area over here. You've got your dining here, and your living room area here to relax by the fireplace. Kind of a little bit of a storage area over here with the base and the trade terminal. And then, of course, bed, the bedroom area here. So a couple of beds and some storage for your clothes and such. So, but this is just, just a one room kind of comfortable place to come for this particular portal area. This is the Hilbert Dimension portal again. Um, so I will leave the glyphs here for you to see where it is, and we'll get you at the next one, which is our Calypso Galaxy. See you there. Welcome to Calypso Galaxy and the base here. It is not a very big base again. The portal is down there. The reason this base is kind of small, just one landing area and kind of the basics here, is because this planet is very volatile, extremely hot, has a lot of storms, and so as you can see, we're in a storm right now. Um, and so 228 degrees Fahrenheit, it's hot. Let's get inside where it's a little bit cooler. You see how the temperature dropped right down to 66.2. Yeah, when I came onto the porch. So all it really needs is a kind of some roof and walls to keep you protected, which is kind of cool. So let's go in and check it out. So again, this is just a one room, I guess you'd call it base, with the dining, cute little guy in the terrarium, your living area, dining area, and then work area here. I started to get some more things from the Quicksilver, so you'll notice some of the new gadgets hanging around from there and being able to decorate, like this cute statue. So I started, and the terrarium, obviously, got some cool stuff from the Quicksilver. All right, so that's it for Calypso. For a pretty quick tour. I guess we could go into build mode real quick, and you guys could see it from that perspective. Here we go. So this is the Calypso. It's up on a hill overlooking the portal, which is down there. Can't really see it real good with the storm going on. So just really basic, but better than a dome with a teleporter, right? Okay, so let's go on to the next place. I'll see you in Hyperius. Hi, and welcome to the Hyperius. I believe that's how you say it, Hyperius Galaxy. And this is probably where I started getting a little more creative with my builds. Instead of just the one room kind of placeholder at the portal, I started building things that were a little bit more like, home. you know, give it more character. Play with the different pieces. No Man's Sky's got some great building pieces in now. This happens to be stone architecture, and it's got some beautiful designs in some of the pieces. And so this is one of my favorite landing bays here. Oh yeah, pull out the gun. Um, and you can see that I've got two landing bays here side by side, and we've got little niches here where we've got some plants in. And so then kind of an archway leading into the house area or the base area. Got the portal down there, so we're nice and close to the portal, which was the main purpose for these, right? All right, so let's go around here and go in the door. So as we enter this space, you can see it's a lot bigger. We've got some vaulted ceilings, some skylights up there. You can see through. This first room is kind of the dining area. We've got a table with chairs. I actually took 3 of the tables and put them together to make a dining table here. And then you've got the living room area. Again, I started coloring some of the furniture. I think this is the blue and gold or blue and brown feature. Right here on this side is the primary bedroom. It's kind of a small room, but it works. And then put up some dividers here for a second bedroom here. And then you've got terrarium and a horticultural sitting area near the plants. So kind of divided off with archways here. So it's not a huge building, but it's architecturally more intriguing, more interesting than the other buildings were. Let's go into build mode and take a look at it real quick from a distance here. It's starting to get nightfall. But you can see there's interesting ceiling, roof elements. And then, of course, the archways kind of holding up the landing platforms. Not necessary, but for the aesthetics. So that is Hyperius Galaxy. I'm going to go ahead and get out of build mode here. And we'll be back with the next galaxy, which is Hyades or Hades or Hyades. Hyades is the next one on the list. So I will see you there. Welcome to Hyades. This is a unique build. I was going for something kind of tropical. So let's take a look at it. Every time I hit my left mouse button, it brings up my weapon. Up here, we've got 2 landing bays, Galactic Terminal, Trade Terminal, and 2 landing bays up here with the portal. And as you can see, it's very unique. So these 2 are, they're the pre-made domes, and then I kind of put them out on platforms and kind of built around them. Put the platforms kind of above the water with so it's kind of like they're kind of like 2 hotel rooms at a resort, I guess you'd call it. So here we go. Let's go take a look. We'll go over to this left one first. So you've got some horticultural stuff over here on this side and this side. There's in the back area, there's your dining seating area. And then over here is the kind of the living room seating area. And then down here is the platform that kind of hangs out over the water, just kind of sitting there hanging out. So you have that water view and relaxation area. Inside the dome itself, we have the 2 beds and the sitting area here. So very simple little rooms. These rooms aren't very big, so you can't put much in them. But simple, just like a hotel room. That's why I call this kind of the hotel room uh, resort area, I guess you'd call it. So over here we've got some horticultural stuff again, kind of the same layout. Back here we've got a double fireplace with your seating area around it. And then you've got kind of another seating area over here. I made these unique tables by changing sizes and stacking them on top of each other. I thought they turned out kind of cool. You can size a lot of things now and color them. And then, of course, another sitting area down here by the water. So let's check out the inside of this one. And we've got a desk and chair area, little sitting area, and a double bed here. We've got a couple of desks in this room. So again, just kind of like a hotel room. So that's this one, Hyades. Hyades. So we're going to take off from here and meet you on the next planet, and galaxy, which is Ikjamato. I think it is Ikjamato. Um, we'll see you there. And welcome back. We are on, I guess it's Ikjamato. I don't know how to say some of these names, so if I really screw them up, forgive me. I'm sorry. Um, this is not a huge base, but I was playing with using a mixture of stone and wood in this base. That's what the primary goal of this was. It's not huge. It has only one landing bay here. Um, and we'll go down and check it out. But you can see how I've added the stone and the wood as kind of a mixture. And then I did color the stone as well in the walls. So added a little bit of interest in the architecture actually. So you've got your desk area here as you walk in and your living area. Again, I kind of colored the walls. You can see they're kind of the blue with I think it's blue and gold. And then also use the same coloration in the furniture. I did something kind of unique with the bed this time. I used these signs. There's two of them there. They're stacked on top of each other. It's kind of like a headboard. I think that turned out kind of cool. I was doing some different things with trying different pieces in this. You got your dining room, portal area, and then kind of your bar area here. So you've got a bar. It's a cozy little room. Not much as far as size, but it's got all the things you would want if you're visiting a portal location. So I will go ahead and leave you at this point with this view, and I will see you on the next one, which is Budlinger, I believe, or Budulanger. We'll see you there. And welcome to Budlinger Galaxy. This is a quite a larger build that I've done. I played with the floors in this one. As you can see, I've got kind of a glass and the metal flooring up here for the landing bays. Used a mixture of wood for this area here. And then again, I used the larger wood pieces with the smaller wood pieces to make kind of a grid effect, and then also some glass here because there was water underneath there, so we just kind of have a nice little view. Oh, and there he goes in the water. He's taking a swim. Um, so kind of give it a little bit of a different vibe from a flooring perspective. So just kind of played around with the floors a little bit to give it some character. So, and then there's the other landing bay up there. This has a lot of horticultural pieces outside, just growing some plants. I think they're pretty and they just add a lot of character to the outside of a building. So pretty much as you walk around the outside, you're just going to see that there's entrance down to go to the water. I did put some lighting on the pillars that I did to hold up the um, landing bay. Again, not structurally needed, but looks pretty cool. Got a sitting area out here with a kind of a picnic table, I guess you'd call it. It's a little tall for a picnic table, but it's kind of table and chairs, benches here. Got the double fireplace going on again with your circular sofas. And then an area going down to the water again. All the animals down there swimming. Kind of another little sitting area here with the terrarium and the aquarium. And then back to having some more plants along here. So got another door here. Some more plants. Let's go check out the inside. So as you walk into this first area, it's this bedroom area. You've got some beds here. As you can see, I kind of colored these with the red and black or red and gray. So you've got kind of a desk with several beds in this room. And then you walk into the bar area here. So you've got the bar set up along with your dining and living areas. And then this room has a kind of like an indoor terrarium. It has some seating here along the outside edge, but kind of more of a display area, kind of a foyer or whatever, even coming into the building, even though we kind of came in the bedroom, we came in the back door, I guess. But so I built the kind of the indoor terrarium in here, and then of course, you can see the floor work throughout as well as ceiling work. So did change up the ceilings, put some of the round lighting inside of these, added the lighting from the outside so that the posts would stick up through the actual roof instead of hanging down, so it kind of embedded the lights a little bit better. So it's kind of an interesting build. So that is it for Budlinger. Budlinger. I hope that's how you pronounce it. You get a good view from up here. So we will leave this galaxy and go on to the next, which is a Kickle Galler. Kickle Galler. Hopefully I said that right. But anyways, I'll see you in Kickle Galler. And welcome to Kickle Galler. It's dark here, so hopefully things aren't going to be too bad to see. I've tried to light things up a little bit, but sometimes you're filming and it just goes dark on you. Turns nighttime. So anyways, this is Kickle Galler, and this is a build that's it's more compact build, but I was going for the uniqueness of the house. I was trying to do an A-frame and I just didn't achieve it, but the house is a little bit different in the build perspective, so that's really what I was going for. You got dual landing bays out here and then the entrance up to the house here. So as you can see, the house is kind of built up a little bit. The first floor is slanted roofs pieces in here. So got kind of a recessed doorway here, and then you've got the slanted roof pieces around the outside. So let's go into build mode and you can see that a little bit more from this direction. So that's kind of how the whole base of the house is. Down here is the slanted roofs on that first floor. So let's go in and check it out. So as we enter into this area, kind of a foyer area, little bedroom kind of in one of the little recessed cutouts. And then you've got the living area sitting here next to the fireplace. And you can see the arch or the sloped ceilings as you come in. Another sitting area, kind of tucked away, second bedroom. And then kind of a sitting area here as well. And if we go up to second floor, this is a completely glass enclosure. So I put glass all the way around the second floor. And then you have the dining table up here, basically. So great place to have your meals and enjoy the evening. Got vaulted ceilings. Again, I used the metal piecing for this. So you get the metal pieces. Not a huge building, but unique. That's what I was going for. I was trying to get a unique style, unique shape. Didn't quite get what I wanted, but it wasn't a bad feel, so very happy with it. I think it turned out pretty good. And oh, we didn't walk around the outside edge, did we? Let's go back in the other side and go. I think it's out this way. Show you the deck. So we've got the decking here. It's got multiple seating and a bar area. And then you've got some more seating over on this end. So a couple of the terrarium and aquarium over here. So that's the outside area of this build. So kind of a different design. I thought do something a little more creative with the architecture. So I hope I achieved it. And so next we're going on to Elton Sleen. That's the next one. Galaxy number 9. We're getting there. This was Galaxy number 8. So I'll see you at the next one. And welcome to Elton Sleen Galaxy. I believe that's right, Elton Sleen. This build is a small build, and I use domes. And I apologize for the dome use, but I don't know. I think they look pretty cool. But there isn't much to this base, and the main reason is because when I was starting to build this, the Sentinels were absolutely going nuts on me, and so I was constantly in a firefight, and so I was having a lot of hard time getting started building the base. They've since kind of quieted down a little bit, but you can't do much on this planet without alerting them. You got a pretty high sentinel alert on them. So you got only one landing bay here. Up the stairs, see, I already got sentinels watching me. You got the double fireplace sitting area out here. Some horticultural. Actually, I think if we went around, I think we have to go around the other way to get to the back side. There's some additional horticultural and seating back here. But you do have a way around. And then we'll go in and take a look at this really quick. Small base. You got your seating, dining, living, and beds right here in this room. And then in this room, you have the, it's the dome with the plants in it. So this is kind of cool if you're doing a lot of farming. You can put these domes up, and then it's really easy just to come in here and harvest all plants by pointing the ceiling there and doing E. So it's kind of a nice way to manipulate. And I think there's 12 in here. Let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. No, 15. We got 15 plants in here. So it's quite a way to grow. If you put up 2 or 3 of those, you get quite a few plants. So this is just the small little base of Elton Sleen. So we are 9 galaxies down and about to head to our final galaxy, which is SM10. And there are 2 places to see here on SM10. And then we're going to take a look at the freighter real quick, and that'll be it. So I appreciate you hanging in there with me, and let's go. Welcome to the Isotam Galaxy, and our first location here is called the greenhouse. And this was initially intended to be like a log cabin kind of green meadow kind of farmhouse, and it got a lot bigger. Sometimes my builds just have a mind of their own. So this ended up being a greenhouse because it was so large and because the vast grassy area we have here. Um, oh, yes, okay. We know you can shoot the gun. Um, this planet was just really pretty, but there was no water, and I love being by the water. You'll see in all my other builds pretty much are by the water. But it still had a gorgeous view, and the rolling grassy plains just were really pretty with the purple trees. And so I did want to build here. I didn't want to just pass this planet up because it was really, really pretty. So we have the greenhouse. Greenhouse, as it mentions, is a work area slash greenhouse, working greenhouse area. So if we come down here, you'll see that we just have rows and rows of plants, which is what a greenhouse does, right? We have a good sitting area here for you to chill. The workers can chill out during their breaks or whatever. We have more plants all along here. And we have the working area for the scientists and farmers here in this work area here, along with the rest of the plants. Out front, we have just kind of a nice little deck out here in the front. It's not too awful big, but you can kind of see the front of it. I put the pillars up, and then I put the canvas balcony or canvas canopies. That's what they are. Over the top. I meant for it to kind of be more rustic, but it just didn't turn out that way. So we've got this nice little area here to sit on each side of the entrance here. And then back out on this side, we've got some more seating and some more of the horticulture pots. And then, of course, the third of the landing bays. So, and then the green lights because it's the greenhouse. So, I hope you enjoyed this one. The next one is our Palace of the Moon, and it's the last one for the Essentam. So stay tuned. And welcome back. We are on Essentam Galaxy, and this is probably one of my favorite bases of all time. Just finished it up yesterday and took a lot of elements from what I had learned before and added into it, and really tried to make this outstanding build, being that it was the 10th galaxy and all. And this is the new home base now. This is home. I have to move my little workers out here yet, but they'll come out, either go in one of the areas, probably in the hallway in the back, but we'll get them put in position soon enough. Anyways, we have arrived here at the Palace of the Moon. So it has the dual landing bays, and again, I took this from the earlier one on Hyperius that I really liked. I wanted to mimic that again, so we do have the same basic landing platforms here built up like this. And then as we go in, this is the back of the palace. So you see I've got two big towers there. There are two more in the front that are duplicated like this. The roof line is very unique here, but we were trying to make a palace out of this. So this is the back entrance. So come into this area here, and we've got just a big like atrium I think this is where probably my workers are going to end up going. So this may change a little bit as I bring them over. This is kind of the atrium. And then we've got some glass panels so you can kind of see through the floor here next to the stairs. This area right here is the dining slash bar area. So you've got one of the biggest bars that I've built so far. And this dining area here. Got kind of a unique shaped table and then another little one. Kind of little alcove here for private dining. So that's this part of the build. Now you can kind of see the stairways going up, two grand stairways going up to the second floor there on each side. This area over here is the portal, teleporter, and the dining area, or the, not dining, the living area. So you got the dual fireplace with chairs, couches around it. And then back over here we have a room off the side that is the storage room. So, or vault room, or whatever you want to call it, work room. So we have all the storage in here. And then we'll go out and check out the front here of the building. So you've got your decking out here in the front. And then across the lawn and down, you can see from up here, we've got a gorgeous place by the water. This is one of the planets that was in the NMS coordinates website. So thank you for whoever discovered this and put it out there, because it's a beautiful planet. Very Earth-like. There are several homes here, as you can see the little displays up there, beacons. So we've got this walkway down here and some seating, horticultural stuff, and then this goes down into the water, and I do have my Nautilus down there in the water, and I'm in the water. Alright, so you're going to kind of get a view of the front of this thing as we walk up. So it is a behemoth, probably one of the biggest I've built, and definitely one of the most impressive, I think, in my opinion. I love this thing. It is definitely the palace that I wanted it to be. So used a lot of the architectural details from the stone, got a little bit of wood in there, cut a couple of those big domes on top. They're not functional, they're just decorative. But this is the front of the castle, or palace. So definitely a palace, in my opinion. So it's come together pretty well, and I'm pretty happy with it. So I hope you have enjoyed this tour of the planetary bases, and we're going to have one more quick tour of the freighter. You can stay and join me, or you can take off from here, but I appreciate you hanging in there with me through this tour of 10 galaxies and 12 houses. So I'll catch you at the freighter. Thanks. And welcome to my freighter. This is where you can build a base up in a moving freighter starship. It's really a cool aspect of No Man's Sky. You can kind of have a traveling base. If you don't want a base on the ground, you can definitely just have one in the sky. So you can have everything here, and it's really customizable. There's a lot you can do. This is the primary deck. You can't really change anything in this area. This is where you can manage your fleet and talk to the guy about sending your fleet out on patrols and things like that. So starting here at this green staircase, this is where you can start customizing your base, and you can do it however you want. It's got rooms, walls, doors. Well, let's take a look inside the construction area. Okay, now we can open it up. Okay, so you've got all of the, I would call it the functional pieces, and then you've got all of the rooms, different types of rooms that you can add. You know, got the horticultural, agricultural room modules, and the actual plants, and then the different other industrial type rooms, and then all your decorative pieces that you would normally have on the ground. You've got them all up here too. So you've got all of your decorations that you can use. So that works out really kind of nice. So to the left here, this is kind of Fleet Command. I have this is the scanner, probe scanner, so it will tell me everything about a system when I fly into it. These are my 4 different commands for, I have 4 different, I guess you would call them missions in place. They're all green. They need to come home. They're ready to come home. So on the right hand side, this is where I have my teleporter, kind of a seating area, your appearance modification station, and just a construction terminal back here. And you make these rooms bigger by joining some of the expansion rooms together. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different technical expansion rooms, and then these 2 rooms are their own, the appearance room and the construction one. So there's actually 8 rooms joined together to make this big room. And if we go down here to the left, this is, I call this my storage slash working area. Each one of these rooms contains one of the storage containers. This is how they're represented on the ship rather than the big vault-like boxes. So each one of these is one of those. This is the trade terminal in the middle. And then down here at the end, I have, this is the big refinery. So it's the larger than large. It's the ship-based refinery room. So that's what's in this section. Got some seating in here along the way. And some workers. Hello, dude. All right, going out here, this is where it started to get kind of original. I built this area. You can build these catwalks, you can build the staircases, you can build external rooms out here. So you can just go on and on and on. I've seen some pretty elaborate builds. This first one up here is just the observation room. I call it kind of like the captain's quarters too, because it's kind of one of the nicer offices. But he's got a scanner here, nice seating area, kind of meeting conference room. And then down here, and I could expand and keep going with this stuff. In fact, I've added a couple of things here. I'm going to go out this way first, I think. This is kind of the technology room, offices, storage, that kind of thing. This is actually retrieves materials from the core. So you see it's got some chromatic metal here. Just take and put that in storage. So as we're traveling through space, it actually collects materials, which is kind of nice. This is kind of just a workroom here. So, let's see, get back out of here. Where's my door? Okay. And if you go down this way, this is the newest section I've added. This is the, again, kind of a working area. This is the weapons terminal. And we've got the exocraft terminal. And we have, this is where it will allow me to use my exocraft on the planet. So this is kind of an interface between the exocraft and planetary uh, deployment. So this is a new area out here. And as you can see, my workers are not here. There's a little bit of a glitch, I guess, when you bring your workers onto your ship. So they are not here. This section down here is something that I saw in a YouTube video. The guy showed making a multi-tiered workroom. I did it a little bit differently, but kind of a similar pattern or thought process. Instead of having a big walkway all the way around, I put buildings. So we've got, this is kind of the greenhouse down here. Got lots of plants, some seating, so you can hang out and have your lunch in the greenhouse itself. These are actually individual rooms. So you've got, actually, this is 1, 2, 3, 4 rooms just for this section right here. And then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 rooms there. So they're just joining the rooms together. You can make really big spaces on the ship. And this is a 4-room spacer here, and I just kind of made it into some offices. And then this is the little agricultural terminal where the farmer would work. And the last but not least floor, my favorite floor of the entire ship. This way is crew quarters. So, and I had to do these makeshift walls because I didn't have walls at the time. So I used these. I haven't bothered to take them down, but we have all of the crew quarters here. So, and crew, apparently. They're hanging out in their rooms. So, use the blue or teal and brown colorations in this room. So this is the crew quarters. And then on the other side is the actual, I guess you would call it, dining and bar. So this is where the crew come to eat, drink, and be merry. I call it the happy hour. So we've got a full bar up here, decked out. This is a place where I was going to put the boom box, but I haven't figured out how to make it work yet. But you've got that area right there, and then if we take this little portal, boom, it takes us downstairs to back to the beginning of the journey. So thank you guys so much for hanging with me and checking out my stuff. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Please feel free to leave a comment. I usually try to get back with them within a day or two. Appreciate it, and take care. Bye.